A good evening to you all. Thank you for joining us for the UBC News tonight. My name is Wadulo Arnold. Mark and Mugalu Muhammad is on sign language. It's going to be a 30 minutes long bulletin, so let's give you the headlines and then straight into the bulletin.
The news headlines are brought to you by the Deposit Protection Fund of Uganda. Keep your information up to date with your regulated financial institution. Customer deposits are protected up to 10 million Uganda shillings. Terms and conditions apply.
President Museveni outlines 11 priorities to grow Uganda's economy. The 12th Parliament Speakership race heats up with Namuganza vowing to soldier on. And thousands of victims of the 1994 Rwanda genocide against the Tutsi buried in Golo PG remembered. Masaka City woman MP-elect Justin Namere supports Kabaka run with Jazez.
The news headlines were brought to you by the Deposit Protection Fund of Uganda. Keep your information up to date with your regulated financial institution. Customer deposits are protected up to 10 million Uganda shillings. Terms and conditions apply.
And that brings us to the beginning of our bulletin. To start off, President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni on Friday outlined 11 key priorities to drive Uganda's economy to grow tenfold, urging leaders to focus on practical interventions that enhance productivity, expand incomes, and transform livelihoods. Speaking on day 4 of the ongoing NRM retreat at the National Leadership Institute in Chankwanzi, President Museveni said that the country already has the capacity to achieve rapid economic expansion if it fully exploits its existing resources through value addition and efficiency.
Which will help the economy to grow 10 times. Number one, we are already producing a lot of raw materials like coffee. But because we sell it as raw materials, we get only $2.5 per kilo of coffee. If we add value, we roast the coffee and grind it and pack it, we may get about $25 or $40 from the same kilo from which we got 2.5 as beans. So that's one of the 10 points which should be clear to you, that even with the present level of raw materials, if we only add value to them, the economy size will go up. That's number one. Number two, monetizing the whole economy. When I went to Ndangaro, a parish in Rubirizi district, there are 2,500 homesteads, all of them outside the money economy, except one man called Kateva, who had 7 pigs. He was the richest man in the parish. So now PDM has been struggling to bring all homes into the money economy, from Okora Echida Chonka, from Okora only for eating. That is the second point among the 10. Can move on and repeat the other 8? Which are the other 8?
Your Excellency, the other 8, one is the...
We can also start producing vaccines, making automobiles, making computers. That is the third. Instead of just coffee, cotton, and so on, now we have another one, science-based production. Number 4.
Number 4, Your Excellency, is investing in high-speed rail to reduce the cost of doing business and connectivity.
Now, number 4, in order for the economy to keep growing, you need to make it more profitable. for the wealth creators.
And now the race for the Speaker of Parliament is tightening, with fresh political undercurrents emerging within both the ruling party and the opposition. The independent but NRM-leaning legislator Persis Namuganza has reaffirmed her bid for the position, even as tensions escalate between Democratic Party President Norbert Mao and the incumbent Speaker Anita Annette Among. The contest now raises a critical question: who will ultimately take the day?
The time when we were at university.
The contest for Uganda's third most powerful office is no longer a quiet internal affair. It is fast evolving into a politically charged showdown defined by rivalry, strategy, and shifting alliances. So far, at least 6 contenders have expressed interest in the speakership. 4 are from the ruling National Resistance Movement, 1 from the Democratic Party, and the other an independent, but leans toward NRM.
I'm a guest of the national chairman of the NRM. I'm not an intruder. True, I don't belong to the NRM, but we have got a written cooperation agreement.
This makes the race not just a contest of personalities, but a test of party cohesion, influence, and ideological direction within Parliament. For the incumbent Anita Among Annette, the focus remains on continuity and defending her records even as criticism mounts.
If the food is hot, put some little cold water.
The shutdown may require President Yoweri Museveni to intervene in his capacity as NRM national chairperson. While in Chankwanzi recently, he made some remarks many say may reshape the race.
Though he said that Seke had sat and maintained the current leadership of Parliament, but he gave a chance to talk. And he said those who are willing, those who are contesting, we are going to have a talk.
Those remarks appear to have reopened the contest, offering renewed hope to candidates like Persis Namuganza Princess.
I'm happy when he stopped those who had started clapping, stamping, that she were there, and he told them not to celebrate. Yeah, meaning there is another level, there is another chance of us telling him as to why we have come out to contest for this speakership race.
Namuganza's campaign is now positioning itself as reform-driven, focusing on corruption, the quality of debate, and restoring institutional credibility.
We want to make the image of NRM at a parliamentary level and national level much better than it is right now.
Which is why she is still in the race.
I reached here, members were just carrying me everywhere. They say, don't get out of the race. We want the separate ballot to decide which kind of leadership the 12th Parliament wants.
With alliances still fluid, the battle for the speakership is shaping into more than a leadership contest, but a defining moment for the direction of Uganda's parliament. The question remains, in a race marked by competition, reform calls, and political calculation, who will take the day? Henry Okrut, UBC.
12th May 2026 has been earmarked as the presidential-elect swearing-in ceremony under the theme Protecting the Gains, marking or making a qualitative leap into high middle-income status. The following report revisits some of the awaited strategies and interventions to enhance the economy as President Yoweri Museveni takes oath of allegiance on the 12th of May 2026. Museveni has since maintained in his forthcoming manifesto that the NRM ideologies have helped the economy to grow from $3.9 billion in 1986 to $66.1 billion by the end of the financial year 2025-2026. Daniel Mugoya has a report.
I'll invite the President-elect, Yoweri Museveni Kaguta, to proceed to the podium.
This was the moment on 12th May 2021 when President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni took oath to serve his 6th term.
And that I will preserve, protect, and defend the Constitution.
It was not only swearing in, but a moment to reflect on the NRM ideologies that could have steered the country from grass to grace.
With the limited waking up of some of the sections of the population, Uganda now is a country of surpluses.
Introducing the spirit of Pan-Africanism opened doors for a wider market of the locally produced goods, attracting a higher foreign exchange.
I'm glad we are working on the Continental Free Trade Area for the common market of the whole of Africa and on the Confederation of East Africa as a first step to the East African Political Federation.
The president noted that the country could have achieved the middle-income status if the issue of exports was handled decisively. However, his emphasis remains on investments in the 4 sectors: manufacturing, agriculture, services, and ICT. Protecting the gains, making a qualitative leap into high middle-income status remains a mouth-watering theme of the NRM government ahead of the 7th term of President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni come May 2026. It is recorded that Uganda's economy has since grown from $3.9 billion in 1986 to $66.1 billion by the end of the financial year 2025-2026.
The milk factories which we have now, if we did not have Uganda, we did not have East Africa, they would have closed.
The president preaches peace, development, wealth creation, jobs, services, markets, strategic security, and political federation as present intentions of executing a qualitative leap and transformation into a high middle-income status of $500 billion in the next few years.
That's why you hear that the imports, our exports have now gone to $13 billion. That's what Uganda is now earning, $13 billion.
The NRM government is set to start the 7th term, swimming on the rhythm of the 4th National Development Plan, whose objectives include sustainable increase in production and productivity, enhancement of human capital development, building and maintaining strategic infrastructure, strengthening good governance, and achieving higher household incomes.
People going to the Middle East to look for, what are you going to look for jobs for? The Middle East should be coming here to work here. You leave jobs here?
In the ongoing NRM retreat in Chankwanzi, President Museveni was recorded expressing intentions to heighten the efforts to fight corruption, which has remained a cancer to development.
Because now that you are in leadership, if you are corrupt, not only are you going to misuse government resources, but you will become a bad example. If all the others copy you, where will the country be?
Daniel Mugoya, UBC News.
More in our UBC News tonight. Rwandans living in Uganda gathered at the Golo Genocide Memorial Site in Impigi District to mark the 1994 genocide against the Tutsi, paying tribute to thousands of victims whose bodies were dumped in rivers and later washed into Lake Victoria. This event was presided over by Alice Kaboyo, the Minister of State for Luwero Triangle and Rwenzori region.
Perched along the shores of Lake Victoria, the Golo Genocide Memorial Site is a solemn reminder of one of the darkest chapters in modern history. Here lie the remains of 4,771 victims of the 1994 genocide against the Tutsi, many of them carried across borders by the waters after being dumped by the killers. For survivors and families, this is not just a burial ground, but a place of memory, pain, and reflection. Rwandans living in Uganda, joined by the diplomatic community and residents of Golo landing site, gathered to honor the dead and stand in solidarity with survivors. Addressing the gathering, Rwanda's High Commissioner to Uganda said remembrance must serve a deeper purpose beyond mourning.
I take this opportunity to thank the government and the people of Uganda for showing the sense of humanity, empathy, and solidarity by retrieving all these bodies you see here from the lake and accorded them decent burial here and in other 2 sites.
He told mourners that the genocide against the Tutsi was not a sudden event, but the result of decades of division, discrimination, and propaganda that took root over time. Speakers warned that the same dangerous patterns can re-emerge if societies fail to confront hate, exclusion, and misinformation. Minister Alice Kaboyo called for unity and collective responsibility in confronting genocidal ideology.
The lessons of 1994 remain deeply relevant today across the world. We continue to witness rising intolerance, identity-based conflicts, hate speech, and violent extremism. The speed of misinformation and disinformation, especially through digital platforms, has further amplified division and mistrust.
More than 3 decades later, Rwanda's recovery was described as a testament to resilience, with reconciliation, justice, and community-based efforts helping rebuild a nation once torn apart.
Uganda's political and development trajectory came under sharp focus on the 8th of April 2026 edition of the Behind the Headlines, a premier weekly current affairs talk show hosted by Timothy Nyangweso on the Uganda Broadcasting Corporation TV. This discussion themed NRM's vision for tangible change, turning the 5-year mandate into results for every Ugandan, drew insights from the ongoing Chankwanzi retreat, bringing together MPs from the National Resistance Movement, independents aligned to the government, and legislators under MOUs with the ruling party. Details in this report.
What is the difference between this retreat and the one in 2021?
The 9-day members of parliament retreat at Chankwanzi National Leadership Institute is set to shape Uganda's legislative and policy direction with emphasis on economic transformation, national security, regional integration, and inclusive prosperity.
In these retreats, the president and the chair of the party, which is going to form the government, gives its strategic vision and direction in terms of policies, in terms of programs, in terms of budgets and all.
A Behind the Headlines span on the Uganda Broadcasting Corporation featured Joseph Ocheno, Agnes Apia, Mokasambide, Edward Francis Babu, and Mike Mukula, offering key reflections on the retreat.
These legislators need to be guided in terms of ideological orientation. They need to be guided in terms of policy. They need to be guided in terms of the economy, national security, regional stability, our foreign policy, and so on and so forth.
Panelists noted that Chankwanzi remains a strategic platform for consensus building and policy alignment, with discussions centered on the economy, security architecture, regional integration, and shared prosperity.
So clearly, there is no way you can lead a majority without that majority participating in arenas that would be in a position to align their thinking. When you look at several jurisdictions, the Russia Kremlin conferences and seminars, they are equally guided towards aligning their own entities. When you look at Chama cha Mapinduzi, the ideological school, China, United States, of course political parties, particularly the Republicans and Democrats, also have got party retreats. Clearly, this is a retreat. It is a ideological alignment.
At the heart of the debate was delivery, how to translate policy commitments into measurable improvements in citizens' lives. Contributors emphasized physical discipline, efficient public expenditure, strengthened security systems, and strategic regional positioning to enhance trade and investment.
So when they are in Chankwanzi, and this is going to be my last one, they should make them leaders. Whoever is talking to the people in Chankwanzi should live there after making them leaders who love Uganda. A good leader is the one who makes another leader. You are not a good leader unless if you are making another leader.
They underscored results-oriented leadership, stressing that Parliament must legislate effectively, appropriate resources responsibly, and excessive strong oversight to ensure implementation of grassroots level.
Retreat a space that orientates or re-energizes individuals in the country in their different spaces to the alignment of what the country is focusing on.
While acknowledging Uganda's strong policy framework, they pointed to persistent implementation gaps, calling for improved coordination between central and local government and stronger accountability systems.
It was actually compulsory, Agnes, for heads of departments to go to Chankwanzi, for head teachers to go to Chankwanzi, for heads of medical facilities to go to Chankwanzi. And listening at Mr. Museveni today, I just thought that, well, could it have been a detoxification?
The discussion further highlighted innovation, data-driven planning, and citizen engagement as essential tools for responsive governance.
Contract.
When you don't use Momo, you are forced to quarrel.
Mama, kabalansi? Mama, nkwenye nkumitano. Abantu abakulu atandisa obuyayi mwena.
Obuyayi obulira.
Iwe.
Ngobi yanko
bacho sente dange ninzade kolera ngobi nakolera sente dange.
Save yourself from quarreling. Use the Momo app or dial *165*3# to pay and enjoy zero charges below 5K. That's the power of Momo.
It's back, bigger, and with more business opportunities. It's the Pearl of Africa Tourism Expo, Poate 2026, Uganda's flagship tourism event. Poate 2026 will take place from the 21st to the 23rd of May 2026 at the Speak Resort Convention Center, Munyonyo, under the theme Wanderlust. It's your time to thrive. Yes, it's your time to tap into Uganda's renewed optimism and tourism growth. Tourism stakeholders, travel trade partners, and tourism enthusiasts will be part of the Poate 2026. Come and network with like-minded people and unlock new business opportunities. To participate, register at www.poate.co.ug. Poate 2026 is brought to you by Uganda Tourism Board and partners.
It's our mission to secure your money.
Protecting your money is as important as earning it. It is for this reason that the Deposit Protection Fund of Uganda, DPF, was established by the government of Uganda to provide deposit protection to customers of regulated financial institutions. In the unlikely event that your commercial bank, credit institution, or microfinance deposit-taking institution fails, the DPF will pay you up to 10 million Uganda shillings. Keep your personal information such as national identification number, mobile phone, or an alternative bank account updated with your banker. Terms and conditions apply. For more information, contact DPF at Aha Towers, Plot 7 Lodell Road, Kampala. Call 0312 206 400 or visit our website at www.dpf.or.ug.
Step into elegance, step into confidence, step into La Vie Boutique, located at Grand Imperial Hotel, Shop 6 and 8, right behind Bank of Uganda. La Vie Boutique brings you high-class corporate and casual wear for men. From sharp designer suits and crisp shirts to stylish casual t-shirts, tracksuits, shoes and accessories, we've got everything to make you stand out. Call us on 0772 419 181 or 0705 555 558. La Vie Boutique, where class meets style.
When you don't use Momo, you get insulted by strangers. Save yourself from insults. Use the Momo app or dial *165*3# to pay and enjoy zero charges below 5K. That's the power of Momo.
Total Energy has helped our groups. They support us to be trained in different skills like tailoring, bakery, and catering. We now have friendship and we can get loan. That loan can help us stay at home to pay school fees. So we thank them for giving us that skills and knowledge.
What I've liked most about Total Football is like they don't segregate, because other companies they would maybe favor boys. Total is at least bringing both teams, therefore they are promoting gender equality in our society. We even had a dream like to form our team called the Total Energies.
I thank Total so much. What you have done has given them encouragement, strength, and power.
Are you looking for a home away from home? Then this is the place for you. My name is Chini Kaji, and welcome to Hotel Le Confidential.
With 84 comfortable rooms where you can relax and feel safe. Each room has a lovely view of green vegetation, Wi-Fi, air conditioning, and a tasty breakfast.
Children can have fun at our kids' water park and our kids' play area. You can also enjoy our world-class health club, spa, sauna, gym, boutique, and sky blue swimming pool.
Thank you for choosing Hotel Le Confidential, where every stay is unforgettable. Come and stay in comfort, right at home, today, tomorrow, and always.
New Life Present Church, Mombasa, Kenya, welcomes you to a conference of Summoning the Holy Spirit, Breaking Satanic Bonds and Moving in the Lord, slated 25th, 26th April 2026 at Mbali's grounds. Come receive and witness miraculous powers of the Lord as you meet his servant, Pastor Ezekiel, a man of prophecies. Jesus! New steps, new year, begins with a decision to attend a mega conference slated 25th, 26th April 2026 and tap into the powers of the Almighty, emboldened by the word of deliverance from Pastor Ezekiel. Are they dark spirits, witchcraft, dark altars and angel in your soul? Come, so Jesus sets you free from 25th, 26th April 2026, 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. For more information, call 0776 270 010 or 0701 277 547.
Welcome back. You're still watching the UBC News Tonight, broadcasting live from Nile Avenue. We're still taking you into the sports field. Residents of Buddu are eagerly preparing to take part in the Kabaka's birthday run, scheduled for tomorrow, Sunday. Masaka City Woman MP-elect Justin Namere has supported the initiative by purchasing jerseys and donating them to supporters, particularly the youth, to enable their participation in the run. We have a detailed report.
Buddu County leader Pokino Jude Muleke praised Namere for her support towards the Kabaka's cause and encouraged residents, especially men, to turn up in large numbers.
Honorable Namere Justin nategezeddwa ng'ayita mu RCC yaguze emijoozi 30 era emijoozi egyo ngera gikwasa RCC bisobola okugenda mu balonzi. Sebo RCC njagala okutegeeza ne kunaku olw'enkya nga tugenda okudduka waliwo abantu ababeetaaga emijoozi era bulijjo yenkola yaffe abantu abo tubeera najaawo ne tusobola okubayamba. Ensonga enkulu mu misinde gino kulwanyisa kawuka kaleeta mukenenya. Abavubuka batugamba batusibako olukongolo mbukasinga kubeera muffe. Kaka tujje tudduke tulaga abantu naffe twetegese okukakola ki okukalwanyisa. Njagala okumaliriza nga nsaba okukuuma emirembe olunaku olw'enkya. Njagala obbasaba temujja na gagala mujje ku Liberation Square nga mulina akajoozi bwe kati ate era nga mulina n'akacupa akafaanana bwe kati n'akasawo osobole okudduka nga tolina kutaataaganyizibwa.
He also urged participants to maintain peace and adhere to the event guidelines. Masaka City Resident District Commissioner Ahmed Washaki assured residents of adequate security during the event. He further encouraged men to be role models in the fight against HIV by embracing safe health practices.
Byokwerinda byo biri gulugulu era omuntu yenna tagezaako okutaataganya omukolo gw'abeene naawe okitegeera okutaataganya ogwa Kabaka. Tenga ne president yanduumidde nti making sure nti emirembe gibeerawo tukuume emirembe. Nkubiriza bannamasaka mwenna n'abagenda okwetaba mu misinde gino nti gino emisinde gya lutalo olutali lwa mmundu, olutali lwa bijambiya, olutali lwa miggo, gya lutalo.
Residents, especially the youth, expressed appreciation to MP-elect Justin Namere for her support through the donation of jerseys ahead of the Kabaka's birthday run.
And that brings us to the end of our 8 o'clock edition of the UBC News Tonight. Thank you for being a lovely audience. My name is Wadulo, Mark Arnold, and Mugalu Muhammad is on sign language. Those are moments where my tongue is moving faster than my mind. But otherwise, thank you very much. See you at 10, and we do hope that you have enjoyed the bulletin.